Good morning. Miss, shall we start?
Okay, sir. When you start choosing good thoughts, you start making good choices. A very warm good morning to all. I am Chinju, assistant professor in computer science. Universal Engineering College invites you to the third webinar series on new trends in computer science and engineering. Thank you all for joining us for today's webinar. Today, we have Mr. Abilash Verghese, Senior System Analyst at UST Global, for the topic Digital Transformation with Microsoft Power Platform. Abilash Verghese, a Senior System Analyst with years of experience in Microsoft technologies like .NET, SharePoint Server, SharePoint Online, Azure-related technologies, platform, etc. He holds Masters in Computer Science Applications. He has started his IT career with Cognizant Technology Solutions and later moved to UST Global as a Senior System Analyst. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any in your YouTube chat box, it will be considered as your attendance sheet. Next, we will turn the time over to our respected HOD, Sanal Kumar PS. Please, sir.
Thank you, Miss. Warm good morning to all. First of all, I welcome to the webinar series, New Trends in Computer Science and Engineering, conducted by Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Universal Engineering College, Vallivattam, Thrissur. First of all, I will welcome our respected principal, Dr. Jose K. Jacob, for this session. Next, I will welcome today's star performer, Mr. Abilash Verghese, resource person for this webinar called Digital Transformation with Microsoft Power Platform. So next, I will welcome all the faculties, students, non-teaching faculties of Universal Engineering College, also the participants who are attending this webinar. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Now it's time to. So with immense respect, I'm handing to the respected presenter, Mr. Abilash Verghese. Please, sir.
Hello. Yeah. So first of all, I'm thanking you, Mr. Sanal and Ms. Chinju, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for the Computer Science Department of Universal Engineering College. So we'll move on to the topic. So I'm sharing my screen. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So audio is clear, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So today we are going to see about the digital transformation with Microsoft Power Platform. So I think you already heard about the digital transformation in previous sessions. So this is what Microsoft is doing in digital transformation. So this is one of their product in digital transformation. There are different products with Microsoft. So let's see. I think you already heard about digital transformation. So we'll see what is digital transformation. So digital transformation is a use of new and dynamically changing technology to transform your business. So for transforming business, you need some new digital technologies. So as per Microsoft, what is digital transformation is, it is a digital feedback loop. That means, so for a business, there are 4 key things in a business. So first one is customer. So then it will be the products, then employees of that company or business firm, then their operations. So these 4 things will generate so much of data during their progress in the business. So what they will do, like they will gather all this data, they will analyze the data and find some insights or some data inputs from this data using a business intelligence tool or artificial intelligence, and feeding that data back to the business to improve the business. So that is what Microsoft is calling this as a digital feedback loop. So that is how we can digital transform, like that Microsoft is saying. So let's see what is the Power Platform is doing in the digital transformation. So in order to digitally transform a business, there are some challenges while transforming a business into a new digital space. So there are some budget constraints. That means for the usual business, you need some budget and you need to do some tasks and all. So in order to transform your business, you need extra budget, extra cost needed. You need extra time, extra resources needed. You need there are complex processes in the existing system, maybe. So you need to understand that complex processes and you need to transform those also. There will be some security constraints and compliance issues and IT governance, and there will be some manual process. So you need to transform that into a digital process. So those challenges we need to overcome during that business transformation. So this Microsoft Power Platform will help to solve these issues. So let's see how this solve the issues. So Power Platform means it's a group of different components. It is built upon Office 365. That means currently you are working in, you may be using Microsoft Office products like Excel, Word, and PowerPoint, and also. So currently Microsoft is introduced like this same products will be available in cloud. So they will be providing this as a software service. So that is the name called Office 365. And this Office 365 is deployed in Azure. Azure means the Microsoft Cloud. Cloud name is Azure, like our Amazon Web Service. Anybody knows Amazon Web Service? So like Amazon Web Service, Azure is cloud for Microsoft. And Office 365 is built up top of that Azure with the same, with using the same security and some APIs from the Azure. And this Power Platform is built top of the Office 365. So it is available in the cloud. So you can use these services from the central repository. So we'll see each by one what is the Power Platform components to do. And so these are the components. First one is Power BI. So just previously I told like we need to analyze the data, and we need to derive the insights from the business. So in order to analyze the data, so you need some reports or dashboards. So Power BI will help you to create the dashboards from the existing data. So next is PowerApps. PowerApps is like you may have already doing .NET coding, right? .NET using the Visual Studio. So PowerApps is like Visual Studio, but in Visual Studio you can do UI design and all. You can design a form or web page. So like that, PowerApps is kind of a form, UI form. You can design the form in the PowerApps, and you can do that actions and all button actions. So we'll see in the detail in next slides. So next one is the Power Automate. Power Automate means previously we saw some we have in the business you have some complex processes and all. So you can define those processes in a user interface way, and you can run automatically those processes. You can automate the processes. So those by thereby reduce the cost of running those large processes and all. So you can use Power Automate to automate the processes. And initially, the first three were only in the Power Platform. Recently, Microsoft added these Power Virtual Agents. This is nothing but a chatbot. It will be run by artificial intelligence. So this Power Virtual Agents will help you to create chatbots easily. And these Power Platform will get the data from a common data service. That means this common data service will enable you to define the data schema for what the data you need. We can specific entities will be there in the common data service. You can reuse that data services and you can create your own data. And this AI builder is used for this Power Virtual Agents. So these chatbots and all will be working with artificial intelligence. So this will help the Power Agents to work. So to the chatbots to work. And these data connectors. These data connectors will help you to connect to different systems. Like so for example, you need to PowerApps, you need to connect to some Office 365 mailbox, or you want to connect to your own application, .NET application. You can create custom connectors to connect to the form and get the data from that application. Let's see further. Okay. So first we see the PowerApps. So I already told you like PowerApps is kind of a rapid application tool. Do you know what is mean by rapid application development? Oh, okay. Rapid application means it will enable you to develop an application very fast and with less coding and with less effort. So that tool, that kind of a tool is called as a rapid application development platform. So PowerApps is a rapid application development platform. So it will enable you to create applications in less time. So it is telling like in hours you can develop a application. So it will use we do not need to code anything. It will use the Excel-like formulas. You may have seen the Excel. You can type the formula like so for some, or for if you want to concatenate, you can do concatenate of something like that. You can do like that. Same thing you can do it in PowerApps. So it is very easy to use, and it will be UI driven. So you can drag and drop the controls and put the buttons and all. You can define the actions, and you need to do that connectivity. So if you want to get the data from SQL Server DB database, you can connect to a SQL Server database using the data connector. It may be in the Azure cloud, or if it is in the on-premise also, you can connect to the SQL Server database. So that's what PowerApps is doing. So I will, yeah, another main feature of the PowerApps is like you can create the UI to work with different kind of devices. You can deploy an application to work with a mobile, or it's in web itself. You can do that, or if it is in a tab, you can open the UI in a tab and you can see it will work fine. So it is UI responsive. So you can create one application to use in different devices. So that is the main advantage of PowerApps. And next one is Power Automate. Initially, they have called this as a Microsoft Flow. That means we are automating the workflows in a business. So Microsoft initially they called as Flow, and after that they come up with the idea with the Power Platform. So that's why they changed the name to Power Automate. That means you are automating the processes. So same process we are doing here also. You can connect the data. That means if you are connecting to a SQL Server database or an Oracle database or a SAP data, you can connect to the data connectors and get the data, and you can do the processing. You can drag and drop the, like I think you have already done in coding in C# and object-oriented languages. So like that, same controls will be there here also, but it will be UI based. We can drag and drop the controls. I think if you have if condition, you can drag and drop the if condition and put the conditions and what you will do in the S condition, what you will do in the condition, like that you will do. It will be in graphical user interface, and you can complete the flow. What will be the output and all you can define in the flow. And if you have any approval workflow, you can do that also in this flow. That means, for example, if you take, you have a assignment to submit. And so what and all will be the process in an assignment. So you need to write the assignment and you need to submit the assignment to your lecturer for the approval. He will sign it, and lecturer will note that mark assignment point in your credit paper. So it will be credited your semester credits. So those process, we can define those process in a flow, and that approval and all you can done by a mail. You can send to the lecturer as an email, and you can get it approved from the lecturer through a mail. So those and all will be done by a flow. So this is shown as a SaaS services. So do you know what is SaaS services? SaaS means software as a service. Means you are deploying a software in a cloud, and you are giving a subscription to the different users to use it. So we will buy the subscription and use the software. So software will be residing in the cloud, so maintained by Microsoft. That means the product creator. So he will be doing some changes, but people can use the software. But we have seen the software as a product, like our Windows. Windows we can buy from buy online through online anywhere. We can buy the Windows product as a product, and we will give the money to buy the product as well as for the license also. So you can buy the product and we can own the software and you can install it anytime. So that is the software as a product. SaaS means software as a service. That means software will be residing in their cloud only. That means that product owner cloud. So they'll be given the subscription only. So that is the difference between SaaS and SAP. So Microsoft Flow is a SaaS service. So you can use this service to automate your workflows. So we'll see some that UI, how it will look like. So this in this example, you can see this is kind of a trigger. So in Flow, there will be an action trigger. So some action will be there to trigger the flow. So in this, I think this is a access. You know that Microsoft Access DB. So when a record is created in Access DB, this flow will be triggered and it will do some processes. So you can see some condition here and yes or no. If yes, you can do some task. If no, you can do some task and all. So like this, You can drag and drop that new steps. You can like a flow, like a workflow. That means like a flow chart. It will be looking like a flow chart. So you can do the flow like, so it will be UI based. You can drag and drop the controls and add the conditions and do this process and all. So flows, normally flows will be bigger one. So I will show you one example after this. So next one is the Power BI. So Power BI means I already told, like this will be used for creating the dashboards and reports to visualize or analyze the data in a business. So it will get the data from cloud or on-premise systems. So there are controls to there are different controls to display the UI, like pie chart or bar chart, whatever type of report you want, you can make it like that. And you can automate the report also. Automatically it will generate the reports monthly or daily, hourly. If you want to create a report, you can do that also. So I will show you an example. So this is one sample report. So this will show the sales report, units by product, sales size. So this kind of different types of products reports. So you can make different kind of charts or reports using this, and you can analyze the data. So this will be helpful for the business people to analyze their sales or their product delivery and all. What is the profit, and those things they can analyze using these reports. So next one is the Power Virtual Agents. So Power Virtual Agents means I already told, like this is a chatbot kind of thing. So you can easily create a chatbot using these Power Virtual Agents. There will be some UI, and you can just configure the properties. That thing. You no need to do any coding, or you no need to have any AI coding expertise for doing this. So it will help you to 3 points are there, like empower your teams. That means you no need to have an expert in AI coding. So you just need to configure the chatbots. So it will work fine. And this will reduce cost. That means you may have seen some chatbots in some of the sites like IRCTC or any banking websites. You can see some chatbots coming in the customer care page. So we can chat to that chatbot, and they will tell what are the issues, so how to solve that issues and all. So without human interfere, you can put a customer care executive using this chatbot. So you no need any person to do that. So you can reduce the cost by that human, removing the humans from the customer care executive position, and you can use a chatbot instead of a customer care. So those way you can reduce the cost, and you can improve the customer satisfaction. That means, so sometime if you are going to a site, and if you want to chat with the customer care executives, that time that executive may not be available. But if it is automatic chatbots, it will be available 24/7. So you can chat anytime. You can give any queries, then it will be resolved anytime. So that will improve the customer satisfaction also. Anytime it will be available, so you will get the help at any time. So that are the advantages of a chatbot. So using these Power Virtual Agents, you can create the chatbot. So this is how a chatbot designer will look like. You can see some of the settings here. There will be some default template here, so you can reuse that template. So in this Power Platform area, so that careers means main career is like this. They will ask for a Power Platform developer. So those guys should know all these components like Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate, and these Power Virtual Agents. So the people with skills in four of these technologies, we can go for a Power Platform developer position. And there are some requirements like SharePoint Online developer with Power Apps and Power Automate. So in Microsoft Office 365, SharePoint is one of the component in the Office 365. As my career was initially started with .NET, then I moved to SharePoint because SharePoint had initially had a customization using .NET. So I moved to SharePoint because of that. Then after some time, they removed the .NET customization from the SharePoint. Then they changed into a JavaScript-based customization. So now they again changed to previously SharePoint was on on-premise servers. So now SharePoint is moved to online. That means in the cloud. So in the cloud, they have introduced these Power Platform technology. So in the customization in SharePoint is now based upon Power Apps and Power Automate. So we'll do the application in Power Apps. Is there are any processes or automatic processes? We'll do it in the Power Automate. So some projects may need skills with SharePoint Online with Power Apps and Power Automate. So it is better to have knowledge in SharePoint also. SharePoint is a must in Office 365. So if you have knowledge in SharePoint as well as in the Power Platform, it will be good to have. And there are cases people will ask for the Power BI developer. Power BI developer asks lately because in so many projects they need some dashboards and reports. So always there will be a requirement for a Power BI developer. So these are the common careers in this area we are seeing. So if you want to try any Power Platform, you can use these links. And in Power Platform, if you go to this link, you can see you can try for 1 month kind of thing. You can try to create any Power Apps or forms or Power Automate. You can do any trial with this. If you go to this link, you can see different Power Apps and Power BI and all. You can click on the free trial, and you can try to create some of the forms and so it will be easier to create. Just if you want to know further, we can check in YouTube or any LinkedIn learning. You can see how to create the Power Apps forms, and it will be there will be a lot of materials to help you to create these forms and this Power Automate. It will help you to create these things. So it will be very easy. You can study you can do self-study in these areas, and before going out of after completing the course, if you're going to go out for the new job opportunities, you must have knowledge in this area. Then it will be very easy to get jobs if you know these areas. And a lot of materials will be there in online. If you search in Google, you can see the lot of materials will be available in this Power Platform and Power Apps area. So you can do self-study, and it is better to have knowledge in this. If you're going for Microsoft technologies, this will be good to have. So I will show you one sample application. So if you log into that, if you create a trial version, so if you log into the Microsoft Office, like portal, that URL will be like portal.office.com. So if you log into that, you can see so many applications here. So you can click on these applications and you can see the Power Automate here, Power Apps here. So I will show you how the Power Automate will look like. So these are the flows, different flows. So you can see icons, some icons showing here, like this is the icon for SharePoint. So this flow is created with the connection with the SharePoint. And here you can see some different icon, that is different connectors. So I will show you this one. Okay. So this is an automatic flow. It will start triggered by this action. So you can see like when a file is created. So since this is a SharePoint connector, so when the file is created in a document library in a SharePoint, so SharePoint means SharePoint is a predefined kind of website. So there will be a template for a website. When you create a SharePoint site, by default they will create some components in a website. So pages, everything will be default pages and all will be created when you create a SharePoint website. And if you need, you can customize the web pages and all. So I will show you one SharePoint page. So you can see here, there is a link to create a new site. So there are by default some templates will be there, and you can create a site. So here I have customized this page using the PowerApps. So you can see a Power App form here. See. So now we will see a case study kind of thing. So you can see this case study in the Microsoft website. Like so, one of the main customer using the Power Platform is PepsiCo. That means our Pepsi company in US. So PepsiCo has some business scenario like they have in the factory they have so many trucks available for the delivery of this PepsiCo products. That means their cans and their bottles to deliver to different places in America. So in their factory there is a big parking lot, and there are so many, I think thousands of trucks to deliver these items, products. So they are facing many main issues, like they are very difficult to allocate a driver to a truck. So, and that very difficult for that driver to find a truck in a parking lot. This is a big parking lot, I think 4 or 5 acre parking lot. So for that driver, it is very difficult to find a lorry, find a truck, and go to that trucker and to start the delivery. So it is taking time to start the delivery. So what they done is they studied this issue. So they find out that solution using the Power Platform. So you already seen like that Power Apps. You can create a form in Power Apps without any expertise in coding or something. Without coding, we can create a form. So one IT guy from that Pepsi company, he created a Power Apps form in order to enter these truck details and the parking lot details. And he will enter the driver details also. And he created some form to allocate a truck to a driver. with that parking area slot name. So he created a form and allocated a driver to a truck. Some number will be there. So, and he also provided that parking lot number for that truck. So after entering those details, he'll click send button and one SMS will be sent to his mobile, that driver's mobile. That driver will get like the truck name and that parking lot number. See, so he no need to search for a lorry or parking lot number for getting his delivery truck. So he will get the details. He will just, after seeing that lot number, you just go to that correct lot number and you can see that truck parked there. You can take the truck and go. So it makes him very easy to get a truck, the correct truck in the correct lot. So it is reduce their time to deliver the goods. So it is it will make them easy to reduce the time, and also no need to give this project to any consultancy or any other guy for developing this, and it didn't take any much time to create this application. So within less time they can create an application to reduce the time for the delivery of a product. So that's what the advantages made from using this Power Platform. So they have used this PowerApps and Power Automate to send the SMS to the drivers. So with these two, they created a simple application, but it makes a huge uh, uh, revenue gain, and thereby reduce the cost and reduce the time, and they can save the time. So they can increase the productivity using this. So this was a case study was given in the Microsoft website using Power Platform. So there are so many partners using the Power Platform like PepsiCo, Lego. You can see in the Power Platform site what are the other partners saying about this using the Power Platform. And so it is better to know this Power Platform now itself before going out of industry. It is good to have a knowledge. So if you have any questions, you can ask now. Hello. Okay. Yeah, SharePoint means there are different types. So one question is like, what are the software and hardware requirements of SharePoint? So SharePoint is, there are different types of SharePoint. That means you can create a SharePoint server in your system itself. That means on-premise SharePoint. Another one is the SharePoint Online. That is, it is in the cloud. So you no need any hardware or software for this SharePoint Online. So currently people are going for SharePoint Online. That means you no need to spend any money for this infrastructure. So you can use SharePoint Online. If you want to try something, you can do trial version in the SharePoint Online. You can log into the portal.office.com and you can log in with the email ID. It will ask for the trial version. You can try for 1 month. You can try anything you want. Yes, PowerApps is PowerApps is paid, but if you are going to buy Microsoft Office 365, it will come with that. So it is a bundle package, kind of a bundle package. So the license is like there are Microsoft Office 365 E3 and E5. If you buy E3 or E5, you will get the PowerApps license. So for the trial thing, you can do the free trial version. So it will be free for 1 month. You can try that. So like that, you can develop forms using PowerApps. You can try to create some leave application form, or we can do some library management system kind of thing. You can using the PowerApps. You can try that. It will be very easy to develop a PowerApps. If you are familiar with the .NET, Visual Studio, or web application development and all, it will be very easy to develop in PowerApps. Okay. Is there any other questions? Okay. So what is the difference between SharePoint portal server and site server? Site server means your .NET web application, right? So yeah, so .NET web application means SharePoint server is same. Like SharePoint site is a same as a .NET web application site. So it will be deployed in IaaS itself. So, but SharePoint sites will be handled by, if you install SharePoint in a server, so there will be a central administration for the SharePoint. So SharePoint sites will be managed by central admin. There is a site called central admin. So those sites, all these sites will be there in IaaS, but that management is different from ordinary web application is different from SharePoint web applications. So I think your answer is, I think your question is answered. I think if you have any more doubts, you can ask. So, okay. So for non-IT field person, easy to use PowerApps. Yeah. So that's what the advantage of PowerApps. That means that I already told you in that PepsiCo scenario. That is not a normal IT person. So he just know he is managing infrastructure. That's what he was doing, and he has done just heard the training for the PowerApps, and after that he started developing the PowerApps applications. So I think there are some consultancies doing the training for the Power Platform. If you attend those training, that means 1 day training or 2 day training. After that, you can start developing the application, PowerApps applications. So no need to for any IT field person and all. So I mean, who is not aware with .NET or like that? Then is there any tutorial for them? Yeah, there are some tutorial for them in the Microsoft site, or you can search for any other LinkedIn or YouTube videos. You can see anywhere, you can see the tutorial for this Power Platform and Power Apps. You no need to do any coding and all for this one. So no need to study the syntax and all. You can just drag and drop the form. So you may have seen some forms already. You've seen some forms in ISCT, so somewhere. So like that, you can define your layout. You can drag and drop the form controls, and you can do the action button and all. You can simply do that in a Power Apps form. Okay.
Any more questions?
So so many things, I think it will be hard to understand, but these things basically you should know these things. So what and all is doing in Microsoft, in the digital transformation field. So this should be you should know these things before you go into industry. And there are some other technology also in the digital transformation, what Microsoft is doing. You already heard about Azure, Windows Azure. So in Azure means it's a cloud OS. So Windows Cloud is known as Azure. So Azure, there are different technologies. There are vast technologies in Azure, which will help you to create digital transformation. There are some examples like Runbook and Webbook. So many technologies are. You can search for these names and you can find out what you can find out from the Google. And yeah, it is better to know these things before you going out. Okay.
Hi, Abhilash.
Yeah. Sana.
Okay, so this is a great threat to the techies right now. These kind of power apps, you won't be able to know the codings anything. You can develop by from the scratch. What's your idea? You can just drag and drop. You can create your own apps now.
Yeah. This is also a problem with that. Same as like automation. When automation came, that our job is also in the uh, critical situation. So what we are doing, like we are giving the consultant work for training or something like that to the company people to develop applications in Power Automate or this Power Platform. And also, if there are any complex applications, they can't do by themselves. So we may need to give some help for them. So like that we are going doing. And if there are any huge customization, so that we cannot achieve using a Power Platform or this one. That will become complex. So that case we will go for different approach. So initially they will approach us with what are the different solutions for their problem. So we will suggest according to their problem, we'll suggest what we can do with. We can go for Power Platform, or we can .NET also there's here now also. .NET is there with Windows Azure. So we'll be doing the .NET in Azure. So it will be deployed in Azure cloud, and that security and all will be handled by Azure. So both will be going parallelly. So small applications will be going with Power Apps or Power Platform. Other things will be going with .NET and all. So another question is Power Apps or websites that running on AI are similar? Websites are that means Power Apps is kind of a app like our mobile app. So Power Apps, we can deploy the app in mobile or any other website. You can deploy the Power Apps, or you can in a view that app in a mobile or tab. But website we can only deploy in a web server, and you can see that website in a browser. So if you implement AI in Power Apps or website, that their platform is different. But yeah, technology may be same. That means that logic will be or functionality will be same, but their platform is different. That was the main difference. Yes, Power Apps is cloud based application. It is deployed in Azure. So that Power Apps, I have shown you that Power Apps Designer also it is in cloud. You can edit the Power Apps in online itself, in the browser itself. You can edit the Power Apps. See, if you click on, yeah, here, if you click on the Power Apps, it will go to a web editor. So you can edit the apps in the web. But now recently they have introduced a client side designer. So you can download that designer in the desktop itself, and you can connect to the online PowerApps. You are using a URL. There will be URL for each app. So using that URL, you can connect the app environment, and you can develop in the client itself. But that app will be residing in the cloud only.
Participants, any more questions? Okay, sir. It looked like we have covered all our questions.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of on behalf of Universal Engineering College, I would like to express our profound gratitude to the presenter of our 4th day webinar series, Mr. Abilash Verghese. Thank you very much, sir, for making the webinar with our participants a really successful one. We greatly appreciate the presentation you gave to us. It was really informative and very interesting. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And if you have any doubts or regarding this, if you get any doubts further, you can contact me in. I will. Can I type my email ID here?
Yes.
Okay. No, I not. I think Sanal, you can share that email ID with them if you have any doubts.
I will. Okay.
Okay.
So Abilash, so it was a nice session. So most of them won't be able to know how to, everyone will be difficulty in coding, most of them in computer science also. So it will be a great helpful for those people also. Okay. Thank you, Abilash.
Okay. Thank you.
I express my sincere gratitude to our principal, Dr. Joske Jacob, and our HOD, Salkumar TS. We are winding up our section. I am happy to express vote of thanks to all staff members who have made this webinar a grand success. Once again, thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here. I would like to request all the participants to fill the feedback form that you have sent in your chat box and registered mail IDs. It will be considered as your attendance sheet. Okay, now I would like to remind about tomorrow's webinar. That is next webinar session is on Friday, 24th July 2020. We will have Mr. Simu Siddiq on the topic why transformation and how to position yourself in this shift. Thanks once again for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.